Okay. Okay. So she's someone has really helped so many people, so many of us. So I want to share the screen for us to read our profile before we get started. Dum, 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 dum. Mrs. Oluchi Nfom-Abraham is an entrepreneur, investor, business developer, coach, and a team builder of repute. She is a four-star director with Long Reach Bioscience International, the president and co-founder of Global Entrepreneurs, a fast-growing organization of men and women from diverse backgrounds, continents, and professions with a common vision to create a better life and future for themselves and others. She's a graduate of accountancy with a second-class honor from the very reputable University of Nigeria. She holds an executive MBA degree from the highly prestigious Regis University in Denver, Colorado, USA. She has 14-year corporate work experience with 3 top banking institutions in Nigeria, auditing and marketing, attended many leadership, ICT, customer service, sales, credits, relationship management trainings, and conferences within and outside Nigeria. Oluchi Abraham is an inspirational, goal-driven leader with great passion to impact lives positively through various enterprise programs. She has helped thousands of entrepreneurs, which I am one of them, around the world to achieve their dreams. She's the Chief Executive Officer of Globe Entry Limited, a global company whose interests span from network marketing, real estate, hospitality, agriculture, education, oil and gas. She's a Harris Fellow and an honorary member of Rotary International. Together with her husband and children, they have donated over $10,000 Rotary Foundation and other charity organizations. She's happily married to Mr. Nfom-Abraham, and they are blessed with 4 adorable children. They were Ejime twins. Huh? Adding to that, she has produced multi-millionaires. Billionaire. No, for someone to produce multi-millionaire, you know what she is. Billionaire. I'm so privileged to be interviewing a B, not an M. Guys. Well, welcome, boss. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Charles. From all over the world. I must first of all start by thanking you.
We want to hear from you, your journey, how you got started in network marketing, the enjoy Long Reach. Let's hear from you. Let's hear that part of it.
Okay, before we go to my story, my journey, I would like to say thank you to you, SD2 Charles Tambou. Thank you so much for all you do for not just Long Reach, but for the entire network marketing profession. Thank you so much. We do really appreciate you. I personally appreciate you. And I forget that very day. My family and I were holidaying in South Africa then, you remember? Yeah. When you reached out to me and told me, Madam, Noloneka sent you to me, and you went very straight to the point. I want to do Long Reach. I don't forget that day. So it's I'm very, very fortunate and excited to be connected, to you since that time till date.
Thank God.
Okay, my story. How did it all start? Firstly,
undiluted.
Can you hear me?
We can hear
Can
you.
you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we can hear
So
you.
before I share my story, I would like to say a very, very big thank you to the man who made it all possible, our very visionary chairman, global chairman Zuzu Wei, for creating this platform. Without him, it wouldn't just have been possible. The story I'm going to share would never have been possible. So I appreciate him for creating Long Reach International that has impacted so many lives all around the world. Okay, so and I would like to also appreciate my sister, my friend, and my leader, our 5-star director, Titi Ejimagwa. Without her saying yes to this opportunity, probably none of us would have been here, Okay, so I appreciate her a lot for saying yes to Long Reach International. And I would like to also appreciate my, my very own team, the global entrepreneurs. If you're a global entrepreneur here, can you say hello? Can you say hi? Drop in the comment section. Okay, so I give it to you guys. You all made it possible. I wouldn't have been here I am today if not for you all. Okay, so I give it all to you. This is actually our win. Okay, so now, how did it all start? Firstly, I want to bless God. I want to bless the day I lost my job. Sometimes losing a job is nature's way of
Network. I'll try to. The weather has been somehow period, so we expected it, guys.
Mid-2012, I visited my friend, a very close colleague.
We lost that
okay,
part.
So
Are you there? Maybe you reposition.
I can hear you now.
You can try another
side.
location.
Okay, so I visited my friend in another city in Onitsha, to just ease off pressures of a lot of unpaid debts and mounting family responsibilities. As at that time, I had lost my job, so income was not coming from anywhere. Okay, so when we were gisting in her bedroom, she told me about one network marketing company, one Chinese network marketing company that deals on lots of household items and consumables. She couldn't even remember the name because she herself was not doing it. Okay, so she immediately connected me to her colleagues who were doing the business. Okay, so after I listened to them, there were 2 key things that attracted me to Long Reach opportunity. Even though I was already involved with another company. One was the fact that I was going to be earning on a weekly basis. And I was like, what? My eyes brightened, my eyes brightened. And then she gave me the long list of amazing products, daily consumable products. Can you hear me?
Can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, so the products were super amazing. I had not used them, but they
used to be better. Hey guys, this hot food, we must not miss this hot food. This hot food.
so okay.
Can you try
So
another
8 months
location in
after,
your house?
is it really from my end or from your end?
From your end.
Oh, really? Okay, so which other location?
Except you just put up your video. Try going out if you can do it outside, because sometimes this POP used to even affect network. Turn off. Guys, you can hear me, guys. You can hear me. Drop 111 in the chat box. Okay.
I signed up, eventually I signed up 8 months after I left my friend's house, you know. But before then, one of the things that delayed my signing up was the fact that my fingers had gotten burnt in previous network. The previous company I partnered with had a lot of flaws, you know. One of the things that made me quit, in that company was the fact that my points were flushed. I was working to move to the particular rank, you know. So within a 2 months period, after I was not able to make up the points, achieve the particular point that I would need to move to the next rank.
Yeah.
So my entire point was flushed, so I couldn't move up. So that was the major reason that frustrated me actually out of that business. Okay, so I made a decision that I wasn't going to do network marketing again. Maybe network marketing isn't really my calling.
Your
Okay,
team.
so when this opportunity came, the products and the fact that I'm going to be earning money on a weekly basis actually excited me. I was coming from a banking background, a salary background, and I was used to seeing money monthly. But the thought of going to see a weekly money excited me a lot. And I know it excites a lot of people. So for me, these were the two key things that attracted me to Longreach. And then I decided to give network marketing another last trial. Okay. And then I started with signing up my husband and my two kids, and then my siblings, first of all. But before that, one of my siblings had already signed up after I asked lady who was introducing me to Longreach, who is my upline today, my sponsor upline today. I had asked her before I joined. I joined on the January 17th, 2013. Okay, so on the last week of December 2012, after she had followed me up for a long time, over 8 months, I told her, okay, Brit, her name is Britannia. I told her, Brit, I am ready to do Longreach, but I would need you to go to my sister's house to, introduce the business to them. So after she did presentation in my sister's house, my younger brother, who most of you know, Obi Rich, signed up immediately as a smart guy. I had told Brit that my money is going to be ready on the first or second week of the next month, which would be this, January 2013. Okay, so Obi had to join immediately. The opportunity was shown to them in my sister's sitting room. Okay, so I had to now come under him. Okay, so that was how we started. I started as a gold member because as at then, I didn't have the money to do the platinum or VIP. So I had to start at gold level, okay? But after I started, and then I realized that at gold membership, I would be losing about 2% of my weekly earnings. I had to look for money immediately to upgrade to platinum and then to VIP eventually. Okay, so that singular decision I took in 2013 completely turned around my family's finances and lifestyle forever.
Wow. So you lost your job, and because of a series of debts, you now travel to meet a friend in Onisha, and that's where your friend shared the opportunity.
I met Longreach opportunity.
But then you were not open to because of your experience with network marketing.
Exactly.
Then later on, you asked your brother to go for a presentation. Be rich.
No. Yeah.
Huh?
Yes. I actually asked my upline. Upline had to go move from Lekki, where she lived, to Surulere, where my sister and my brother lived. Okay, so she did presentation for them in her living room, and my brother jumped at the opportunity immediately without even getting back to me. I was actually very pissed off with my upline, who registered him immediately without even recourse to me. Okay, but eventually I realized it was a blessing, guys. So because right now the guy is earning 10% leadership bonus on my activity, which is huge.
Right. Guys, no one will come to that, guys. We'll come to that. So when you got started, into the business, because you have been a motivator, you have been inspiration to many of us. I remember when I got started, I was driving this business. You sent me your earnings, not just to let me know what you're earning, but to let me know how you got started. And when you send me the earnings, I'm not the kind of person that will look at what you are earning now. I'm the kind of person that will look at how you got started. So I went straight down to your first earning in this business. So you earned, I think it was 1,700.
Exactly.
I saw the performance bonus. Then after that, there were some few weeks you were not earning. Then you earned some little amount again. Then I saw 400 and something naira again. I said, wow.
Exactly.
So tell us how it all started. How did you launch into your business? What made you to your first earning, and then later on you were not earning? How did you now went all out and started earning in the business, having result in the business? Well, yeah, you know,
Okay. Even after I joined, I was not completely convinced about the business. Okay, so I took the first January, February, March, the first 3 months. I used it.
well,
I
we are
used the
live on
first three.
Facebook now.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you. We
I
are
used the
live on
first
Facebook
three
now.
months. My line?
So we are live on Facebook now.
Okay, okay, great. Okay, so I used the first 3 months to actually do an in-depth study of long reach. I did a whole lot of research, because for me, anything worth doing, I don't just dabble into things. If I must do a business or anything, I must be well knowledgeable, So I used the first 3 months to gather a lot of knowledge, information about the business I was going to do, So that was why I had those very extreme. I wasn't really working that, first 3 months. That was why I had those very extremely low earnings, But when I eventually started working, the earnings were still low, but there, I noticed there an increasing trend, a progressive trend, So that was what kept me going. And
Wow.
I remember my husband telling me then that when I earned 2,000, 3,000, and then eventually 400 naira. And by then I had put in some efforts in the business. We had started. I started running weekly seminars, and then my husband would like one day. My husband was like, for all this, for all your efforts, and you were being paid these peanuts. That almost discouraged me. But my upline, Brit, kept encouraging me. She kept telling me, Oluchi, in her exact words, Oluchi, keep at it. And there's some reasons, I don't even know why I listened to her, because the earnings were extremely discouraging, But I thank the Holy Spirit that made me to listen to her, and I kept at it, Before long, after some, between 4 and 6 months, the earnings started making some sense. I earned 20 something thousand, from 20 something thousand to 40 something thousand. There was a particular day I earned 47,000. I was very super excited. Of course, this was somebody who didn't have any source of income at all, So anyone, no matter how small, was something, Okay, so but what's my turning point was on a particular Thursday, on a particular Green Thursday, I got an alert of 117,000 naira. Man, that was huge. That was huge. That was the day I made the decision to do this business. Actually, it was the turning point of my whole journey with Long Reach, and then I went all out to build. Okay, so the thing is, you have to build the foundation. Foundation building is very critical to your success in network marketing. All your future, whatever you're going to, if you don't build a strong foundation, you're not going to earn. You're not going to earn if you don't build a good foundation. Okay. And it took lots of patience, perseverance, and faith to continue building, the foundation. Because as you're building the foundation in network marketing, at the beginning, you earn little for doing a lot of work. But eventually, after it's a great foundation, a solid foundation, you earn a lot not for doing little or nothing, So now I have actually built a Long Reach business in the first 5 years. The first 5 years was the year I built. I built. I really went all out to build. But now this is my 7th year. The truth is that even if I don't do anything again, even if I don't sign up anybody again, every Thursdays I see good money. As a matter of fact, the kind of money we see now is enough to bring the bank to you. These days, we don't go to the bank comes to us. So
we are coming to that. We are coming to that.
Yes.
We are coming. I just want the reason why I mentioned your earnings, because people, when they join us, they look at the little earnings and get discouraged. Yes. They stop doing their business. And so I tell people, look, don't look at the success story now, look at the process. Look at when the person got started. Everyone, exactly. Look, she started with gold, guys. She started with gold. Means that she was pre-diamond before she got to first art director. So tell us, how did you now?
I started with 240 PV. From 240 PV to over 80 million PV as we speak.
Okay, now because you guys here. 80 million. So tell us
the process, guys.
Tell us what are the things you put into place to get your business on autopilot?
Okay, first of all, of course, I told you that I had a stint with network marketing before Long Reach. Okay, so I had a mentor. My former upline in my previous business is my mentor. Her name is she's late now though, Dr. Maria Idigo. Okay, so all the things I know, most of the things I know today, I learned from her. I watched her do. I watched her recruit. I watched her train. So she made me know that for you to be successful in network marketing, these two activities, you must marry to these two activities. You must do them constantly: recruitment and training. Okay. The truth is, if you're only recruiting and not training the people you're bringing into the business, you won't have much results. But if you recruit, if you train as you recruit, before you know it, your team will go on massive duplication, and that's when you will have results. Okay, so I'm consciously into to recruit. Network marketing is a number game, guys. At the beginning, you need to bring in people in numbers into your team. That is what is going to make you build the foundation upon which your future earnings is going to be based. So that has been my journey, and today when I look back, I can't help thank God for my upline who made me not to give up at the beginning. At the beginning, you're going to encounter a lot of challenges, but challenges is part of the process. Embrace challenges. It won't kill you, but work towards overcoming challenges. In the 7 years I've worked in Long Reach at different stages, we've had different challenges, but we were determined to overcome those challenges. Actually, there's no part that if you see a path without obstacles, it probably wouldn't lead anywhere. So embrace challenges is part of the process.
True, guys. Let's talk about recruiting now, because many people feel that they can't talk to people because you came from a job background, you joined network marketing. And so at the first place, what made you to choose network marketing? Now, did you also have that feeling before that you can't talk to people before you join network marketing? What help you to start talking to people? Because that's one of the challenges we have out there. You see people who are lawyers, who are accountants, who are in the corporate world, know how they have mouths, and they're telling you they can't talk to people. Why?
As a matter of fact, I had worked in the internal control departments of banks, and that department was where you have little or no interface with people, with human beings. It's usually you and your computer, So, and I'm an extremely private person. Before network marketing, I wasn't really into people, so much. But network marketing, when I got into network marketing, my mentor, my upline in my previous company, I learned a whole lot from her. I watched her do all that she did. So when I got into Longreach, I was ready to implement all that I learned from her. And I'm a goal-driven person. Nothing is impossible for me. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible in life. So I was very positive. So I went I never thought that I wouldn't be able to talk to people. Why wouldn't I talk people? No human being is an island. Not only in network marketing, in all professions, even in my previous job where I worked in internal control unit, I still liaise with I would still have to, because I was auditing the other department. So I still had some interface with people. So anybody who tells you that he or she cannot talk is simply being lazy,
That's the truth. Maybe they've not really seen the reason why they should build a business. Because I tell people, why? If you can talk a job that is not giving you a lifestyle, how much more a business that will give you a lifestyle? You don't know how to talk, go learn how to talk.
If you can talk about football, politics, and other stuff that don't put food on your table, why wouldn't you talk about a business that is capable of transforming your life? The truth is, when I was shown what was possible with Longreach, I was told that I was going to be earning money weekly. The next thing I asked was how am I going to, and I was shown how, and then I took it from there.
Okay. Now the next thing, you mentioned challenges, that there's no way we can do away with challenges in this business. I'm going to share a picture because I heard you mention something about this picture, and I want you to talk about it. The picture is when you launched your business, the number of people who were with you then, and today. Do you still have all these people in your business?
Okay. Before I come to this picture, Charles, after I joined, my 3 uplines were all in Lagos. I had not even seen a single presentation. I had not attended. None was happening around me, everything. And as at then, the only place where we have presentation in Nigeria was in head office in Lagos, our previous Ajanaku office in Lagos, and presentations were held like just about twice every week, So I have not seen any presentation at all, but I had to, start gathering materials from a piecemeal from everywhere. We don't have as much information, as much materials, as much literature as we have now then, so getting an information was like squeezing water out of stone. It wasn't easy, but because I was determined to succeed, for me, being successful, it was either I succeed or I succeed. I didn't have there was no option of not succeeding. After all, money wasn't, income wasn't coming from anywhere. So it was a must do. The business was like a must do for me. Okay, so when we started, the picture, can you show the picture again, please? The
Yes, I'll show it now.
this picture was our very first, our mini launch of Long Reach in Uyo. Okay, so all those people were the pioneer leaders, the leaders who started the business with me, about 16 of us, But out of the 16 of us in this picture, only 5 are still actively driving the business as at today. And the 5 of us are all-star directors. What does that tell you? What does it tell you?
Wow.
If you persevere, if you're committed,
guys,
if you keep building, and it will make sense at a certain point. So I tell people, please don't give up. You don't expect to eat if you plant.
Guys, can you identify the boss in this picture?
Can you identify me? I am there I can see as the Hannah, as the Udeme, as the Itoro, as the Nfom. Okay, the 3 of us, the 5 of us, and we're all S's. And then I can see my very first sign up. Okay, she's a Diamond 6. She left the business after at a point, but she came back. But guess what? She's now back to the business fully. But guess what? During all her sabbatical period, during all the period she was away from the business, but because she signed up Udeme, SD4 Udeme, she had been earning consistently for the whole period that she didn't do Long Reach actively. She earned, if I tell you the amount of leadership bonuses she earned during this period and that she's still earning, you would marvel. Okay, so back to the other gist where we were, we were picking materials from in pieces to I eventually joined together to form my first presentation slide that we used. We didn't have as much information, as much materials as we have now then. So it was extremely difficult building. The people who are joining now have all the materials at disposal.
Yeah, that's true. Now, when many people tell you, you add 16 people launched, and you have five of them now a star director, with other star directors that are better in your organization. When these people left your organization, how was your feeling?
For me, network marketing is a free enterprise. Okay, people join and people leave. People make decisions to join and decisions to leave. As a matter of fact, you can't stop people from leaving, but you do, you try your best to keep motivating your team. Every day, research, read books, keep sharing inspiring content with your team members. Network marketing is a whole lot of motivation. If you're not keeping your team motivated, a greater number of people might leave the business. It's not easy building in network marketing. It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of commitment. It takes a lot of faith. So people who are not that as determined might stop at certain points, but try as much as possible to keep them motivated. People will leave anyway. Don't even don't kill yourself. Don't stress yourself when people leave. But
so we should have that expectation.
Exactly.
You can't control people's reaction, but just be doing what you need to do.
Okay. Yes, because even I faced a lot of rejections myself. my own family, my sister, I faced a lot of rejection from my family and my colleagues, from my former colleagues. And lots of them felt I was just, I was disturbing them, and I was doing this business, the business, because I didn't have anything to do. Okay, so out of all my former colleagues, it was only SD Onyinye that listened to me. And to her, she just, she signed up to get me off her neck, you know. But eventually, when she saw the potentials, the opportunity in the business, she took it serious and started building. But at the beginning, she wasn't even attending presentations. She signed up to get me off her neck, you know. But I thank God she went on to build, and today she's almost a 2-star director today. Her earnings, what she earns in a week is way much more than her monthly salary, you know. So she has been grateful to me for that, for pushing her, you know, to join Longreach.
Wow.
Then another rejection I faced was from my own family, you know. My sister was the very first person I signed up. I had to use my money to sign her up, you know, because she wasn't forthcoming. After I shared the opportunity, I just believed that, you know, because she's my sister, she should join the business immediately, but she never did. You know, she told me, Oluchi, that she's network marketing is not, you know, really her thing. And then it took her 2 months. She didn't do anything for 2 years. Okay, she actually believed the business when I invited her to Uyo for our first car and house award, you know. So when she came to Uyo and saw 16 partners in Uyo awarded cars on stage, you know, she had to leave the retreat her company was doing. She had to leave the retreat. I invited her to come. I intentionally invited her and pressurized her to come. I had to make her leave her company's retreat, you know, to come attend our car award in Uyo. Okay, so after she saw what happened on that day, she decided to take the business serious. In fact, she signed up her first VIP downline inside the hall. She signed up her first VIP downline inside the hall. And from that day onwards, she took the business serious, and she has had massive success. You know, she's a 2-star director today, going to 3-star director.
Oh, so result attracts. Result
attracts, you know.
The picture I showed just now, is that your first car? Is that your first car in Longreach? This picture. Are you there?
Network.
Hello? You unmute yourself.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so
there's a picture I shared just now. Is that your first car?
Okay, can you share it again, please? Oh yes, that was my first car.
This very picture. So.
Oh yes, that was my first car.
Wow.
Hyundai Elantra. I still have it, you know.
So it was this car that attracted your sister to join the business?
Oh, what attracted yes, this car. It wasn't this car actually. Oh, I got this car at Diamond 6 rank. Yes.
Oh. Wow.
I got this car at Diamond 6 rank. But what moved my sister was when I got my 25 million house fund. when I
And,
achieved star director and was awarded 25 million. So that was what broke her. That was what made her believe in the business. And then she started working immediately.
when was this? This very big.
Okay, so this was our very first trip to USA, the very first trip, and it was to USA. This was in September 2014. Okay, you can see the few number of distributors that were on that trip.
Yeah.
We were so few, but you know what happens now when we travel.
Thousands of people.
Almost charter an entire aircraft. Now, you know, an aircraft. We fill up a whole aircraft when we travel now. But at the beginning, it was just the two of us. And then, can you see the other picture?
This very one.
Yes, this was also my very first trip to China. This was in December, same year, December 2014. So you could see just a few of us, only 3 leaders, or okay, 5 of us there. Myself, my husband, SD5 Titi and her husband, and SD Oluchi. Okay, so we're the first set of people that traveled to China. And then you remember what happened when we traveled to China now? We travel in large numbers now, So the business is getting better, guys.
Looking at when you got started, did you ever picture that? Because people get discouraged when they see the PV requirement for a particular rank. Did you ever got that feeling? Did you ever had that feeling? I mean, that when will you ever get 80 million? Now you have 80 million PV from 240 PV. Did you ever have that feeling that which day will you get 1.5 million PV to get to the SD?
Okay, Diamond 4 rank looked like star director when we started. 15,000 Diamond 4 rank, 15,000 PV looked like 1-star director. Now, when I looked at the rank progression, I was never. I'm goal oriented, and my goal at every point in the business, my first goal is usually the next rank. Do you understand?
Next rank.
My first goal is usually the next rank. I don't even
know. When in Diamond 1, you want to get to Diamond 2.
Exactly. Diamond 2, you achieve Diamond 2, you want to get to Diamond 3. Diamond 3, you want to get to Diamond 4. Okay, so usually in my team, I even give the first goal I give my my success lines is Diamond 4, because it is from Diamond 4. I see Diamond 4 as the manager, as the leader rank. Okay, so when people join the business, I will encourage them to achieve Diamond 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 fast. The next big goal I usually give to my people is usually Diamond 4. But then Diamond 4 they were like, I remember in Nfom or Hannah or so that told me, Diamond 4 with 15,000 people. When am I going to achieve all that? All that much PVs. But because we were consistent, because we kept doing the business, we kept doing the business consistent. Before you knew it, you were in Diamond 4. If you work consistently, if you consistently build the business, before you know it, if you're doing the right activities every day and every week, before you know it, you accumulate those PVs. It is when you don't do what you're supposed to do that it might take you ages to achieve that. But please, guys, one thing I want to encourage us to do is never to be stagnated. Okay?
Yeah.
Never to be stagnated. Give yourself the goal of achieving the next rank, and you will grow organically through the ranks.
Wow. We if we talk about your success story, this our screen will blow. You know, so you have so many success story because your success story can be seen with what your leaders, your team members are achieving now. Recently, one just launched a mansion.
Oh, wow.
We have so many mansions being launched. I bought in COVID-19, I bought a property, two buildings of 9 flats in COVID-19 rented. You get it?
Yeah.
We have more of these people in your network now. So if we talk about your own,
okay,
so how do you feel having these success stories now?
I feel extremely happy seeing team members achieve the kind of results they're achieving now. In fact, when I look at certain testimonies, testimonies are mind-blowing. I was moved to tears hearing one particular testimony. People who never thought they could be anything in life, earning some kind of monies weekly. And then on top of that, we also have wonderful incentives. Before I even go to the incentives, long reach compensation plan is second to none. You know, so all of these achievements are possible because our compensation plan is beautiful. It's amazing. Imagine a family earning 70-something million car in 1 year, qualifying for a car of 70-something million, you know, which is different from the weekly earnings. Families qualifying for Ahoma, SD Ahoma that just unveiled her house. Do you know how much she earned? Her family earned 43-point-something million in car funds alone, you know. Okay, so all of this, that's alone is even, the car fund alone is enough to get her that mansion. So the kind of earnings, the things we earn, the kind of money we earn in Long Reach is unbeatable. It's not seen anywhere else.
Somebody said, where are we getting this money from?
I'm telling you, you know.
You mentioned the millions.
Someone
where are we
like,
getting it from?
It is audio money. You think it's audio money. It is blood money. But the truth is, we earn this much because, first of all, the business is a family business. A lot of people do family package. If you come with family package, I encourage people to do family package. The same earnings, the same PVs, the person who is on top, either the husband or the wife, the same PV, the three family members that are below, the same PVs they earn on is exactly the same PVs. So there's a multiplicity of earnings, you know. All of us are earning on the same PVs, and it's mind-blowing. And that's why a lot of people earn so much every week. Families and individuals who have multiple accounts earn so much. The late Jim Rohn called it brilliant compensation. We're so brilliantly compensated in Long Reach.
Wow. This is I can't. So how is your feeling now? Seeing when you got started, you lost your job, things were tough, people were on you because of the credit and the debt. I mean, then you left your town, you went to cool off your head in Onitsha. They share this opportunity with you because you were also waiting for the money. You delayed until you got started, went all out from 240 PV to 80 million PV, and now your team, you have produced 40 star directors. Star directors. Many of us want to be like you, but for some, in short, majority of people, they find it unreachable. What do you have to tell the people, those people who feel that, man, this is not reachable now? What do you have to tell them, and how do you feel now?
Okay. Network marketing is a learning process. The beautiful thing about the industry, the business, is that while you're even learning, you're earning as well. Okay. So nobody was born a success. Everybody who succeeded in this industry committed to doing the right activities. Okay. And then the skills are all learnable. Okay. The skills that would make you succeed are all learnable. I used to be an extremely shy girl. I am even still introverted, you know. But at the beginning of the business,
With this
I
money,
had
boss.
to learn. I had to learn people. Oh yes, you never knew. I used to be an extremely shy person, but you know what? When you start seeing some kind of money every week, the shyness disappears by force. You know. Okay, so the shyness disappeared, and I became Radio Africa for Long Reach. I shared the opportunity like my life depended on it, you know. So after I earned those encouraging, I earned. Okay. So I went on to massively build the business. After I had been convinced beyond all reasonable doubt that the business works, you know. So I encourage everybody to first of all desire success.
Hmm.
You must have a burning desire to be successful. No one is going to do that for you. Your upline would not instill the passion in you. You have to you have to develop the passion and to be successful yourself, and then you learn. Personal development is key to being successful in this industry. Your upline is not going to teach you everything. Take it upon yourself to learn the success, you know, strategies. For me, my upline wasn't even, I didn't have any upline in Uyo. I committed to doing the activities by myself, you know, and I succeeded. After a while, I couldn't show my earnings as my 1,700 naira bonus at first. I couldn't show it, but when it started making sense, I started showing my earnings. And today, not just me, a whole lot of people have succeeded under me. But one thing I usually do is I tried I try to build leaders, you know, because your team will duplicate, you will duplicate massively when you have leaders who are independently driving the business on their own. Okay, so I committed to training leaders. Most of the leaders today are running their businesses on their own. I don't even interfere anymore, you know. So that's basically it. No successful entrepreneur was born with all the skills. You learn them as you build the business.
Thank you. So I see many people are hungry because you are already at the top. You know the secrets, you know everything for one to be successful in this business, because success needs to.
Yes.
There are certain mistakes there are certain there you when you were in your journey, you had some mistakes, and you not repeat those things if you knew about it now, right? If it
Oh
was,
yes, a whole lot.
yes. So can you just share some of those things you feel like you won't repeat it? It was today in the business. Can you share with us so that people don't make this mistake when they are building their business?
Okay, for newbies, one of the things I would encourage people who are joining the business now to do is knowledge. You get enough knowledge of the industry, but aside the industry and the profession, get enough knowledge of the plan of the business, the compensation plan of the business. As a matter of fact, that was what the first thing I committed to learning. You know, I am not the kind of person that do things blindly. Okay, if I must do a particular business, I must understand the way the company compensates. Okay, so there's a particular flyer, international compensation flyer. That particular flyer actually taught me a whole lot about our compensation. In fact, till today is my reference document. Okay, anytime I need it, I still refer to that particular flyer on the compensation plan. I see a lot of people get to certain ranks and they don't know jack about our plan. That is wrong. You will actually be better positioned to maximize your earnings if you understand the compensation plan. There was a very bad, I'll call it bad mistake I did, because at the beginning, you know, when I was registering my family, I didn't get them to sponsor the people that I placed under them. That cost me a whole lot. It was a very expensive mistake, you know. As a result of that, over the years, even till now, I lose millions of naira over, I'm not kidding you, I lose over 5 million naira as a result of that mistake, you know. So I encourage people who are coming in now, please, as you come on board, because a lot of people do the family pack. Get your family members, your children or your spouse to sponsor people who are directly under them. Okay, so that will make those legs to be their sponsor leg, and they will be able to earn leadership bonus on the people under them. If you that is on top sponsor people that are beneath your family members, you have ended up cutting them completely off from any leadership bonus. So that's what the mistake I made. I wouldn't want people who are coming on board now to make some same mistakes, because in the long run, not just at the beginning, in the long run, you're going to lose a lot of money. Like I said, I lose over 5 million naira from my, overall earnings as a result of this, mistake.
Okay. So
and then go on.
No, continue. You want to say something?
Okay, then I encourage people to work with their sponsor or any knowledgeable upline. Ask the right questions. Like when I joined, when you join the business, you're new. Okay, you can only achieve more if you're more knowledgeable. Okay, so when I joined, I even went above my upline, my immediate upline, to ask. She introduced me to SD Shehu officer, because both of us did the same previous network. I needed to be doubly convinced. I needed to be convinced that I was actually living for a better company. Okay, so he told me a lot of things. As the show told me a lot of things that made me, that made me to be convinced beyond all reasonable doubts. And then for me, if I'm convinced about anything, I could go all out. That was why I was able to go all out to build the business, bearing all the challenges and obstacles.
Fantastic. So I know we spent time here. Really, we are really grateful for what you have shared with us. But finally, I want you to talk about how can one who is new qualify for this present incentive in the company. We have 5 million, 7 million, 15 million, 25 million, and 50 million. What strategies do you think they should put in place to qualify for the car bonus?
Simply start now to build. If you're a new partner, you need to build a strong foundation. Okay, you need to bring in people. It is a number game, as I always say. Commit to doing the income generating activities. Commit to prospecting. No, even as my rank, even at SD5, you will still, nobody actually outgrows prospecting. Okay, so for people who are joining, you need to build a foundation. Your foundation will give you the PVs that will help you earn money, that will help you qualify for trips and cars. And for 2020 car promo, 2020 car promo is beyond amazing. Okay, we are last year in 2019, we paid out a whooping $5 million in car funds. Okay, so, that's close to 2 billion naira. 2020, the car funds are even bigger. Now we have five car funds. We have fund and 7 million, and then we have 15, 25, and 50 million. Okay, I want people to set your goals now. Which car fund do you want to qualify for? No one. It is only your passion, your determination, your commitment that can help you qualify for any of those things. People who qualify for these things don't have two heads. Okay, so believe in yourself, believe in your abilities. God has deposited so much within you. Okay, so while you're setting these goals, set realistic goals anyway, and then if you commit to building, you will definitely qualify for this.
Fantastic. So guys, you heard, start building now. Start building. Don't wait until the end of the car promo before you start running. Start running now.
And then if you're an already existing member, for existing partners who usually complain of weak leg, the truth is
you got. Thank you for bringing that up.
The truth is that any weak leg can be strong. A weak leg is a leg you haven't placed enough trained people. If you place enough trained people on a leg, it will definitely give you results. And then another thing is upgrade. A lot of people come into the business as silver at low levels and remain on those levels for God knows how long. But we didn't come into the business to lose money. What did we come into the business? We came into the business to make money, not to lose money. If you remain silver, and it's okay to come in at any level you can afford, because we have these different levels because the company knows that all fingers are not equal. I came in as a gold member myself, but when I calculated how much money I was losing on a weekly basis, I didn't even know when I upgraded. So you shouldn't be anything less than platinum and VIP. Okay, so aside the weekly the earnings percentages, VIP should be the ultimate goal of any long reach partner, because as at that level, you're not only earning 12%, you're also earning VIP incentives as well. And keep on, please, as a matter of fact, never remain at the same rank. Don't be stagnated. Okay, so keep moving, because at different ranks, there are new incentives. The company is awarding you incentive points at different levels. At Diamond 4, you earn, in addition to VIP and your weekly earnings, you're earning travel, you're being awarded with travel points. At Diamond 6, in addition to VIP and travel points, you've also been awarded with car points. At Diamond 7, and you're awarded, the company adds house incentive points to that. So please, never be stagnated. Be in a hurry to move to the next rank. As I am now, I am so in a hurry to move to the next rank. You know, so that's
SD5.
SD5 is happening anytime soon.
SD5. Man, that's where many of us want to go to. Now, I want you to, tell us, sorry, I'm going to put you on the spot now. Tell us what is don't tell us the figure, just tell us approximately, what do you think, you went from not having a job now to how many figures now? Don't mention this 6 figure, is this 7 figure or 8 figure weekly? What figures weekly now are you earning?
Okay, I earned well enough, Charles. I earn well enough for the bank to come to me. I don't go to the bank again. The bank comes to me.
So, guys, you need to earn well enough for the bank to come to you. That's how the lifestyle is. Yeah, there's money in this business when you grind. When you build with consistency, you've heard the stories from those who are successful in the business. And we have the number 2 in Africa, 40-star directors, not be beans, so it's not beans. She started like every one of us. Look at it. 40-star directors. They say when you get to 40. Huh? 40.
Oh, yes. I will use this opportunity to appreciate my 40 generals. Okay? Yeah. We achieved 40, global entrepreneurs, my team achieved 40-star directors, I think it was last week. It was no small feat. Okay, so I want to appreciate all these amazing leaders who had locked hands with me to build all these years, especially the pioneer leaders. I am very passionate about my pioneer leaders because we locked hands together to build. When it didn't look as if the business was going to be, was going to be anything good was going to come from the business. So, but we were able to overcome every challenge to be where we are today. So I want to appreciate my 4-star general, Ezi Udeme Etibensi. That woman, that lady is a force. Okay, so I appreciate Ezi Nfom Colonel, Madam PV. I appreciate all of us. I appreciate Mama Ekoriko, Ezi Catherine Ekoriko, and then my own beloved husband, Ezi Nfom-Abraham. My backbone, this guy made managing a large team look easy. Okay, I appreciate as the Hannah, as the Barrister, as the Azuka Azinge, as the Itoro, as the Emmanuel Ejuru, and my own sister as the Ogochi, as the 2 Ogochi, as the 2, the list is long, so I don't have all of them. I have to look at the list. As the Chidanya, as the Zina, as the Ahoma, Dr. Agatha, as the Dr. Agatha, as the Obi Rich, as the Charles Tambou, the Lion of Africa. Thank you so much for making it for making it look staff director rank look achievable in just a few, months? And then as the Golibe, to both of you proved, as the Charles, particularly you and as the Golibe, both of you proved that the business is actually not about the people who started at the beginning of the business. You proved that the business is about what you do. It's not about what you do when you start. It's about what you do after you started. So I appreciate as the Margaret, as the Upong, as the Master Favor Etibensi, as the Onyinye, as the Anne and Williams, as the Rosemary Owanta, as the Linda, as the Emanuela Eduru, as the Tega, as the Chibuzo Chilote, as the Miriam, as the Oluchi, as the Blessing Jewel, as the Pastor Ali, as the Blessing Oyetan, as the Chomzi Ujatono, as the Lillian Uja, as the Augustina Abo, as the Dr. ID, as these ones are the latest as these our 2020 as this. Okay, so 2020 alone, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 XDs. If you're a global entrepreneur in the house, can you say hey? Okay, so we had as the Ben, as the Eric, and then the letters as the Mercy, Carlos, Cindy. Okay, so I appreciate you all my leaders. Without you guys, my story wouldn't have been possible. My story is not complete without you. I appreciate all your hard work. Global entrepreneurs from all the world, worldwide. This is our win. Okay, so in the we have actually gone into the next generation of SDs. We're looking at having over 100 SDs by the end of between now and June 2021. We're expecting to have 100 SDs. And if you're going to be one of those SDs, can you hit the comment section and just put SD before your name, SD so and so, okay? Whatever your mind can conceive, it will always definitely do.
SD4 Charles Tambou.
Oh, SD5 Charles Tambou. Okay.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I know what it takes for you to come up here. You are a very busy woman, even taking care of the children, so many other things. You still find time to be with us here. We thank you for all the support you have been giving to the team. We are seeing what you are doing. We appreciate all. And we're excited to have you today share your journey with us. Guys, being broke is not an excuse for you not to do your business. It should be a reason why you need to go all out to push, and get to the top. Because when you get results, all results will terminate in thoughts. Thank you, and bye-bye for now.
All right. Thank you, Charles. Bye. Bye, everyone.